My name is Ben Cragness, and this is my story. I grew up in a Christian home, and so I had a lot of, values and morals that my parents taught me growing up. When I got into high school, I stopped really having a great relationship with my parents, and the other people in my life that were adults that were in the church were not people that I wanted to grow up to be like. When I realized that, I just kind of moved away from the church because I saw it as a place with people that were hypocritical and were not representative of what they actually claimed to believe. And so I would much rather have been hanging out with people that I considered more real or honest about what they were doing. I came to Stevens Point and I started getting involved in a lot of drinking, partying, just general lack of care about what I was doing and who I was doing it to. But I had a really low self-worth and just was generally unhappy. In the end, I just felt very lonely. Even if I had friends, and I had a lot of friends, I knew that if I was gone, then it would just be like they would vaguely miss me. And so that led to me feeling very alone and angry again and depressed. I had a friend, Sylvia, who was going to Refuge at the time, and we were involved in a production together at UWSP. And I told her that once this production is done, I'll go to church with you. And so it was the Sunday after we were finished, and she was going to pick me up for church. And I remember waking up early that morning, and I literally started typing out a text that says, I can't go, I'm too tired, I just can't go to church today, I'm exhausted. But for whatever reason, I was able to just kind of toughen up and say, you said you were going to go, you're going to go. So I went. Well, we heard about this Awakening 715 that was happening that weekend. And so I told Sylvia, I said, we have to come back. Isaiah came out and started talking, and what was crazy about Isaiah was that it felt like everything he was saying was so tailor-made for me. And so when he called people forward for the altar call, I remember I just rushed forward and I just got on my hands and knees and I just thought, what have I been doing, This person that I've been for so long is not who I want to be. And I was just overwhelmed with just, as soon as I was down on my knees, I remember Isaiah ran over to me and he prayed over me and with me and was talking to me like he knew me, like he was saying things that were, how would he know exactly like what I was feeling? I think that was the moment when, when Isaiah was praying over me where I completely bought in. Where I said, this is what I want. This is who I want to be. Ever since Awakening 715, in a lot of ways, things in my life have gotten harder. And there's things that are happening that are theoretically worse to deal with. But because I have God on my side, it never feels that way. And it feels like my life is so much easier than it was before. And now I could have a big problem. I feel more confident solving that big problem than before when I was trying to solve any problem. Because I know that whatever happens, that God has my back.